Your eyes are open, your mind is clear, and there's something in the room with you. Not a feeling, a presence. So here's the question. If sleep paralysis is just physiology, why do so many people describe the same thing? The same weight, the same footsteps, the same figure at the edge of the bed? Stay to the end. Because by the end of this story, you'll understand why millions experience it and why so many swear it wasn't a dream. This is a late-night warning disguised as a story. About the overlap between the body, fear, and the oldest haunting there is. The one that happens in your own bed. Tonight, we'll go through the first sign, the turning point when you realize you're trapped. The worst moment. When the room moves without you, and what it costs people afterwards. Not just one night, sometimes years. And there's one rule for listening to this. If you've ever had sleep paralysis before, don't test yourself tonight. Because the people who treat it like a challenge often meet the part of it that doesn't feel like science. The story I'm going to tell you happened to someone I'll call Adam, late 20s, normal job, no ghost hunting hobby. He'd moved into a small flat above a shop, thin walls, streetlight leaking through cheap blinds. The first week was fine. Then the sleep started breaking. Not nightmares. Just waking up at odd times with the sense that someone had been standing too close. He told himself it was stress. New place, new sounds, new routine. Then came the first whisper, not a voice he heard with his ears. A thought that arrived fully formed, like it had been placed in his head. Don't open your eyes. The first full episode hit on a Tuesday, 3:17 a.m., according to the glowing numbers on his phone. He woke up on his back, and he couldn't move a single muscle. At first, he did what everyone does. He tried to force it, to jerk an arm, to roll, to sit up. Nothing. Then he noticed his breathing. Shallow, tight, like something heavy was resting on his chest. And that's when the room changed. Not visually, emotionally, like the air had been replaced with someone else's mood. He tried to call out. His mouth wouldn't cooperate. And then, very softly, he heard footsteps. Not running, not stomping. Careful steps, like someone barefoot avoiding creaky boards. They stopped at the foot of the bed. He felt the mattress dip, like someone had sat down. Adam is awake, paralyzed, struggling to breathe, and something has approached the bed. Now the worst part. The part people hesitate to describe because it sounds impossible. The pressure on his chest increased, not like a weight, like hands. His eyes were open now. He hadn't meant to open them. They just opened. And there, in the corner nearest the wardrobe, was a shape darker than the rest of the dark. Not a clear person, more like the absence of detail, standing upright. It didn't rush him, it didn't lunge, it leaned, slowly, like it was curious, like it had all the time in the world. Adam tried to focus on something normal. The blinds, the streetlight stripes, the edge of his pillow, but the thing in the corner began to feel closer without moving. That's the only way to say it. And then he heard a sound right next to his ear. A breath that didn't match his. In, out, measured, patient. He wanted to pray, but his mind wouldn't form the words properly. He wanted to scream, but his throat was locked. So he did the only thing he could do. He begged inside his head. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. And the thing, this is the detail that still makes him feel sick, seemed to react to the begging, not with anger, with interest, like it was listening. So what was it? The clean explanation is physiology. Sleep paralysis happens when your brain wakes up before your body does. Your muscles stay offline while your mind comes back online. And fear fills in the gaps. The brain hates helplessness, so it invents a reason, a presence, a threat, a shape. But here's what still doesn't feel right. Why do so many people describe the same type, the same shadow figure, the same chest pressure, the same footsteps? And why did Adam's episodes change after that night? Because once you've felt the mattress dip, you start listening for it even when you're awake. You wake up, you can't move, and there's something in the room with you. Maybe it's your brain trying to protect you with a story. Or maybe sleep paralysis is a doorway that opens from the inside. Either way, the dread is real, and the memory sticks like a bruise. One question for you. If you've experienced sleep paralysis, what was the most vivid detail? A figure, a voice, footsteps, pressure on your chest, or something else? If you want more late-night stories that sit right on the edge between science and haunting, subscribe. And on your end screen, I'll link a story where the presence didn't stay in the bedroom.